this aside, there are some palazzo designs where the base might be a bit wider than the thigh. Now let's have this like this. This is our palazzo trouser, a normal design where you bring your thigh down. If I want my base to be a bit wider than the thigh, I can do that directly on my fabric, or I can use slash and spread method for a normal trouser. Now let's assume we have a normal trouser, a straight trouser that is not a palazzo, already drafted on a pattern paper. Let's assume we have this like this. Like this. I'm making this a slim trouser so that I'll show you what to do. Let's assume we have a slim trouser like this on a pattern paper that is not a palazzo, on a pattern paper, drafted on a pattern paper. Now in this case, because we want to do slash and spread, you shouldn't do this on your fabric. You cannot slash your client's fabric, right? You just simply come to your tie line here like this, on your crotch or just below your crotch, whichever. Just put your tie line there, and you can drop down by 3 inches. Then you find the midpoint of this. This is about 12 inches here, 12.5. The midpoint is about 6.25 here, like this. And then you can put a straight line down, right? I want to show you slash and spread method of achieving a palazzo, right? On this straight line, you can take 1 inch here, 1 inch here, and also take it down like this. It can be more than 1, it can be less than 1, it doesn't really matter. In this case, you're going to see what I want to do, right? So you have this like this. If you want to convert a straight trouser pattern to a palazzo, right, then you connect this to this line. Then we can slash. You come from the base here, you want to slash on this line. Remember, we want to make a palazzo using slash and spread method. This is my basic trouser pattern, right? So you cut this close to this point. Do not cut it completely out, and you stop, and you do the same thing here. Remember, you are doing this on a pattern paper, never on your fabric. Never on your fabric, on your pattern paper, because you cannot slash your fabric this way. This is slash and spread method, so it is done on a pattern paper. If you are slashed this way, it will now give you room to open. You see, you open as wide as you want, but make sure you are distributing it equally. If you are opening by 4 inches, for instance, from here, 4, you see, you want to make sure this is also 4. Do not open one side more than the other, right? Like this. You see, this is what you do, and you pin down on your fabric. You do the spreading on your fabric, and you pin it down. Then you can now cut out, right? This is slash and spread method to get a palazzo. You can still do the same thing if you want to get your boot cut. You do the same thing now, starting from the knee, right? I'll show you us quickly. Let's assume for once again we have, and after doing this you can now go and trace your back, but let's assume for once again we have another straight trouser, a straight trouser pattern on our paper. let's assume this is my straight trouser pattern on my paper. I want to do the same thing on the knee to get my boot cut. The same way, you can come down from your knee by, let's say, 2 inches or 3, whichever. It doesn't really matter. It could be 1, it could be half, whatsoever you want to do. And then you give a space from the center line here. Let's say again we are taking 1 inch from the center line down, like so. This is slash and spread method to achieve a boot cut. Then of course you connect this to your knee to pivot it, right? Like so. Like so. Right? Of course, from here you know what to do. You go to your base. Like this, and then you make a sharp turn here to the knee. Do not cut out completely, like this. Do not cut out completely. And then again, you can spread this as you want to get your boot cuts. Make sure you are spreading evenly. If you are spreading by 3 inches here, make sure you're also doing the same thing here, right? So this centerpiece is there to guide you, right? So this is how to achieve your boot cut using slash and spread method. There are so many techniques to do whatsoever you want to do. You just need to understand the particular one you want to use, right? So this is how to cut your boot cut. This is how to cut your palazzo. Thanks for watching. My name is Legendary.